All right. Welcome, everyone, to Healing the Mother-Child Relationship. I'm Dr. Ann Jensen. I'm a developer of HeartSpeak, and I'm really excited about this. I've been wanting to do this session probably since I was a child. I needed to. Shouldn't say that so loud. Just anyway, and I said, whenever I always say that if we could all heal the relationship with mom, we would actually lead a more happier life, and then the planet would be happier. So, kind of, this is the result here. And I'm going to mute everyone just for a moment, and then I'm going to talk about HeartSpeak. So, there's quite a few people online here that know HeartSpeak, but there's going to be some people that don't, and that's fine. So in HeartSpeak, it's all about feeling. We don't do a lot of talking. We don't do a lot of explaining or describing, even though I ask people to give suggestions about where they want to clear and what they feel they need cleared with their moms, or in regards to mothering. That's going to give us a launching pad to, we're just going to follow the thread and see where we go. And I think the goal of today will be to decrease the amount of stress and tension we feel about our own mothers and being a mother. And before we start, just kind of sit with that for a moment. And this is for your own benefit, is sit with the amount of stress, and it's a subjective thing, and the amount of stress you have in regards to your own mother, rated on a 10 to 0 scale. 0 meaning I feel no stress at all, 10 meaning the most ever. And then if you are a mother, we'll do the same thing about being a mother. And I know we mother differently to our different children, so whatever the most stress there is in regards to, if you have one child that you're most stressed about, just kind of gauge that on a 0 to 10 scale, 10 being the biggest stress ever, 0 being no stress at all. Okay, I see Carrie's joined us. Good. She was a late arrival. Yeah, there she is. Oh, yes, okay. All right, great. And so as far as HeartSpeak goes, in HeartSpeak, I say we do a lot of feeling. We don't do a lot of talking. So we're going to try and dampen down our thinking minds, not so much thinking, because I think thinking and feeling goes on a seesaw, teeter-totter. When we're thinking, we're not feeling, and when we're feeling, we're not thinking. We want to engage the feeling mind and feel our way through these issues. So I'm going to challenge you to not rationalize, not try to explain your feelings away, not try to divert, or project at all. We're just going to be right here and now and feel. And we're going, in HeartSpeak, we use various words for feeling. We use the normal words. We use fear, anger, sadness, that kind of thing. But we also use words that are not traditionally used for feeling, such as push and pull. But we turn them into feelings. And I will walk you through feeling these feelings until you can feel them and how you need to feel them. And by the way, there is no wrong when you're feeling. Whatever you are feeling is right, which should make your thinking mind happy. The feeling mind doesn't really care if it's right or wrong. It's the thinking mind that wants to be right or wrong. So I'm going to ask you not to judge your feelings, just feel them. Whatever you're feeling at the moment, even if I say fear, if you're feeling something that could be fear but might not be, whatever that is, just trust that it's right. And let your mind-body guide you in this whole process. So you can't be wrong. And yeah, so we work on the paradigm that there's two minds, a thinking mind and a feeling mind. We're just going to use the feeling mind. And I think that's all the tidying up I wanted to do. How's everyone going? You ready to launch in? Yeah. Okay, cool. So I want to start with, I've got you all muted, so I'm going to ask you to say out loud as if you're announcing it to the world. And because we're feeling in HeartSpeak, and we use feelings rather than anything else to guide us. I want you to feel how this sounds. Feel it's how it sounds, mainly in your heart space or in your abdomen, somewhere in your torso. And I want you to hear how it sounds when you say just out loud, mom. However you would say that, say mom, and feel it. On a count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And obviously there's 2 sides to the coin. We're going to deal with the mother side first, and then we're going to work on the children's side, being a mother. First we're going to be a daughter, because everyone here is a daughter, or a child if you're listening later and you're a man. And then we're going to work on our parent, being a parent. Okay. And we're going to do it again on a 0 to 10 scale. Rate the amount of stress you feel when you say mom. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Say mom. All right. First of all, I know some of you may be new feelers. Did everyone feel an edginess or a stress around the word mom? Okay, cool. We're going to lower that. All right. So let's start. Ready? We're going to dive in. And the intention I have is that when we do group HeartSpeak, I'm going to surrogately muscle test for the group. And whatever, Julie has a hand up. Do you have a question, Julie?
No.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so the intention I have is that when we do group HeartSpeak, whatever feeling is coming up will be the best one for the group, whether you're listening now or listening later. Okay, and whatever age as well. Okay, so it's related to that mom is related to an emotion, an urge, the urge to fight, the urge to flee, to run away. So the urge to flee is the feeling like you're not safe and you want to run and you're looking for an escape. I just gotta go, I'm not safe. And it's an urgent and it's a panic and it's, I just have to go, I have to go. All right, feel that one. Feel the urge to flee. Keep that in your mind. Point of formation in the womb as a baby. You're going to clear this as a baby. And by the way, when I do this with people, a lot of time we go back to being a baby. We're not going to overthink it. We're just going to feel it. All right. Now to clear a flee, you're going to come into a ball like that. And like you're scared, like a scared rabbit. Go ahead and do that now. Come into a ball. And look for the urge to flee, the urge to run. I gotta go. I just want to go. I want to go. I want to get out of here. We keep our eyes closed and we go into ourselves and be your baby self. And look for the urge to flee. I want to go. I want to get out. And you keep intensifying that urge to flee until you can't find it anymore. The urge to flee. You just want to go. You want to go. You want to get out. If you're sitting up, if there's no more flee, keep your eyes closed and keep that flee feeling going in your mind. Keep that flee feeling going in your mind. Just wait for another few moments. If you're not sitting up and you're still clearing flee, keep feeling the flee, physically embody this flee. Make it real, make it perhaps bigger than it might have been. If you're still clearing flee, you keep going. If you're finished and you're gonna open up, keep your eyes closed, but open up, chest out, shoulders back, head back, palms up, to receive, and look for a sense of calm in your heart space, feeling of calm. It's always in there, that feeling of calm. Sometimes it's hard to find. It gets hijacked by other feelings, but once you find it, it's like, oh, there it is. And then sit in the calm. And then in your mind's eye, whatever it was you were fleeing from, turn toward it and face it. And there's just calm. And then imagine it coming toward you like a river or a current. And there's just calm. And feel it go over you, around you, even through you, but there's just calm. And enjoy the calm in amongst the turbulence in your life. That's the baby. Enjoy calm for a moment before opening your eyes. And then take another moment and bring your mom to mind. And say out loud on a count of 3, mom, and then listen to how it sounds and feel how it feels in your torso. On the count of 3, ready? 1, 2, 3, mom. I'm going to unmute you. How did that feel, you guys? Lighter. Yeah. Okay, good. We're going to do it again. And I'm going to mute you again. I'm just going to get you to really announce out to the world. Let's use it slightly different. Say, I'm okay with mom. On the count of 3, I'm okay with mom. And feel it. Not just say it, but feel it. I'm okay with mom. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm okay with mom. Okay, and there's something to clear there. It's related to an emotion. So we have fear, anger, sadness. A lot of times we look for what we're sad about or what we're scared about. If you have to do that to get the feelings going, that's okay. Excuse me. But once you get the hang of this, you won't need to do that and you're just going to feel. So feel sadness. And remember, all these feelings could be a big spectrum of feelings. So somewhere in this sadness spectrum, we're going to feel. Going to get some sadness going. It's related to an emotion, an urge, a resistance, a push, a pull. Okay, the next feeling I'm asking you to find is called a pull. And it feels, because it's a resistance, it feels like a no, a drawing in. No, it's not wanting things to change, not wanting to let go. It's not, I'm not going to, not, no, you can't make me, no. All right? Everyone feel that no? Specific, general. You're going to clear it in your current mind body. There's no point information here. So you're going to either hold on with your hands or with your arms and come forward and hold on tight and look for that no feeling. No. Ugh. You draw it in, you make this pull, this no feeling physical, real, exaggerated even. Make it bigger than it might have been. It might be. Amplify it. No. Have that meltdown that you want. You can even ask yourself, hey, are you ready to let go? And you likely will get a big no. That's okay. Honor that no. Until the no softens to a okay. When the no softens to an okay, make sure when it's there's no more no. But when it softens to an okay, sit up with your eyes closed. If you're sitting up, if you're not sitting up, you continue to hold on and look for that no. If you are sitting up, open your hands and let it go. Whatever it was you were holding on to so tightly, so dearly, just let it go. Open your palms, shoulders back, head back, eyes closed, chest out. Just let it go and feel it go. Feel it melt from every cell of your body and from every corner of your mind. Let it go. And when it's gone, you'll find a lovely sense of freedom waiting to come in. Excuse me. And then invite the freedom in and enjoy freedom for a moment before opening your eyes. Enjoy free and be free. Free as a bird, fly. And then I'm going to ask you to say out loud again and listen to how it sounds and feel how it feels in your torso. I'm okay with mom. On the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm okay with mom. Unmute you. How'd that feel? How'd that sound, everyone? Did you notice a change? You know what? I love that there are a few mom and daughters here. That is so cool. Hi, mom and daughters. Excellent. Okay. And so one of the, I got quite a few emails from people about what they thought, what they wanted to, what they thought they needed to clear. And one of the most common themes, besides anger and frustration and I don't want to deal with you, those were common as well. One of the most common themes was, I'm going to probably rephrase this from what you all said, but it's, I can't be me around my mother. I can't just be me. I can be me around everywhere else. Does that resonate with you guys? Yeah. Okay. So in HeartSpeak, we try to make it as broad as possible. So I'm going to suggest you say out loud, I'm okay being me, okay? And then it will include around your mother, around anyone, okay? I'm okay being me always, we'll say, right? On the count of 3, you're going to say, I'm okay being me always, and again, you're going to feel it in your body and listen to how it sounds. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, I'm okay being me always. 1, 2, 3. And there's things to clear. It's related to an emotion and urge, yours to fight. Now, the urge to fight is the urge to attack, kill, maim, harm. It is a primitive and a primal feeling, similar to anger, but I think it's deeper. And it's when you feel threatened, we attack. And if we fight because we're protecting what we believe to be ours, and I don't want to get too thinking into this, but we fight to protect our person, our bodies, our things, our boundaries, right? Our loved ones, like our children, our status, our point of view, our opinions, things like that. Regardless of what it is you're fighting, you're defending, you will kill for it. That's what fight's about. it's like, whoa, one step closer, and it's not that you do throw a punch, but you would. Okay, so that's the urge to fight. You're getting ready to attack. Okay, feel that urge to fight in your mind. Point of formation. There's no point of formation. We're all going to clear it in the here and now. Hands and fists. To clear a fight, your eyes are closed. You have an angry face, and your hands are in fists, ready to punch. All right, so look for that urge to fight. And often we judge ourselves for this. We're not going to do any of that. We're just going to allow this fight to happen. In fact, exaggerate it. Make it bigger, more physical, more real. You have every right to feel this. When it diminishes this fight, take a breath, bring it back. Should you get tired and the fight is not over, rest. Keep your eyes closed, relax your face, relax your hands, relax your arms. Just rest for a moment. Take a couple breaths and then go back into the fight. Always okay to rest. If the fight is clear, sit there with your eyes closed, but keep the fight feeling fresh in your mind. If you're ready to pivot, you'll start looking for a feeling of knowing. It's a deep inner knowing, which is always in there. And it's steady and strong and stable. Find that knowing. It's like this inner core, an inner column of knowing. Find the knowing and lean on it. You could rest on it, rest in it, the knowing. Take refuge in the knowing. Embrace it. And when you enjoy it for a moment, when you feel ready, open your eyes. And when you're ready again, I'm going to ask you to say out loud, like you're announcing it to the world, I'm okay being me always. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wow. So I'm just going to unmute everyone because that one was really palpable. I felt a huge drop in the energy around that. Did you guys feel better with that? I'm okay being me always. All right. Cool. And the next thing I want to do is around boundaries. Okay, boundaries is keeping coming up. So I think that in order to have any relationship, it's really important to have clear and firm boundaries. Yeah. And what I mean by that is this is like, I understand that this is okay and this is not okay. And the boundary, this is okay and this is not okay. And so I want to do a little bit work on boundaries, especially in regards to our mothers. If it's the same, it's going to be the same feelings from mother to us as opposed to from us to our kids. So if you feel less boundaried with your kids than with your mom, I want you to use those feelings with your kids rather than with your mom. I'm going to get you to, the feelings are going to be the same. All right. So I'm going to ask you to feel the difference between, just consider this. When I say use the word consider, all I'm doing is just challenging your mind bodies, and then I'm going to muscle test for stress. Consider this. Consider knowing when something's okay and when something's not okay. And there's something to clear there. But besides what the muscle test says, and the muscle test says there's something to clear, I want you to actually feel the edginess, the stress around this is okay, this is not okay. And it's usually around the not okay. Recognizing when something's not okay. Okay, let's clear that. It's related to an emotion and urge, a resistance, a push, of course. So remember, pull was no, 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 holding on. A push is no, stay away. You know what? I felt this recently in an elevator. When someone gets a little bit too close to you in an elevator, no, stay away. That's the push I'm talking about. And it could, and these are resistances. So it could be a very subtle no. But regardless, it still feels like a no. Back off, stay away, get out of my space, leave me alone. Boom, okay? Everyone feel that no, that push feeling? What information? The baby as a child. So this is you, the little girl. All right? Now, it's a little bit different to clear this. So I'm going to walk people through. If you remember how to clear it, that's okay. You go off and you do that. But let's be your little girl selves. Close your eyes. Put your hands up if you don't know. Put your hands up. And I want you to actually push. No. Feel the no. Clear that space. Someone's in your space and you want more space. No. You can either say it or not, but the feeling is no. Back off. Get out. Leave me alone. You keep pushing until your space is clear, when you don't have to push anymore, when there's no more no. And when there's nothing more to push, sit with your eyes closed. If there's anything more to push, keep pushing. If there's nothing more to push, just keep that push feeling fresh in your mind. I'm going to ask you to fill then that space that you created with ease. Fill it all the way up so it's brimming full of ease. And enjoy the fullness of the ease for a moment before opening your eyes. Okay, and then I'm going to ask you again to consider knowing when something's okay versus not okay. Knowing the boundary. And that's actually testing well. Next, we're going to move on to the problem comes when you recognize something is not okay. Okay? And then, so there's something that's not okay. And then down the track a little bit, there's the action that you're going to take because it's not okay. And the action could be no action. That's still a choice. Alicia, you can rewatch this. In fact, I would suggest that we do rewatch it and repeat. With the beauty about rewatching or watching later is that you can actually pause during the clearings, and so you know you are done with each of these feelings. Makes sense. Okay, so we did the boundaries between I'm okay and not okay. So we have the problem comes in when recognizing something is not okay and then doing something about it. So consider taking action, which is down the track. And that's testing okay. But there's a lot, I call it the muck, when you recognize something's not okay and then when you take action. Does everyone feel the muck, the heaviness between recognizing something's not okay and then taking action? Yeah, let's just do a clearing on that. And the muck. So it's easier to take action, right? Actually, you're just going to reframe that a little bit. I'm going to ask you to consider taking kind and loving action. There we go. It's related to an emotion, so fear, anger, sadness, disgust. So disgust, when you feel disgust, it's all here. It's all in the Does everyone get that nose going? Yeah, disgust. Point of formation. No point of formation. So to clear a disgust, you're going to put one hand over your mouth like you're going to be sick, the other hand on your tummy because you might feel queasy, and then just come forward in a ball and keep looking for that feeling. Take your time, keep looking for it until every last drop of this disgust is clear. All right, and then open up to a feeling of allowance. If you're still clearing, you can continue to clear. Disgust, and open up to a feeling of allowance, which is whatever. Okay, whatever. And be in allowance. Water off a duck's back. And enjoy allowance for a moment before opening your eyes. Awesome. And then I'm going to ask you again to consider this. Consider taking, something's not okay, and then consider taking a loving, kind action. Okay, good. Right. Now, so we kind of touched on it, but I want to dive into it now. I want to dive into the anger we have toward our mothers. And everyone does. Okay? So I'm going to ask you to just tap into that. And I know anger is difficult for people. So I'm just going to ask you just to tap into the anger. And by the way, this is kind of passed down through generations. It just is. We're not going to explain it or describe it or give reasons for it. I'm just going to ask you to feel the anger. Okay. For your own sake, on a 0 to 10 scale, how big is that anger? 10 being the biggest ever you can imagine, and 0 meaning I actually feel no anger at all. And I'm going to unmute you because this is really important. I just want to share, because we think our angers are our own. We think we're the only ones to feel this way, but would you mind sharing what your numbers are? Anyone?
9.
7, 9,
7,
6 for Valerie,
8.
7,
7, 8. Alicia, what did you say?
7,
7. Yeah. So
7.
yeah. And how many of you have done mother work before? Some of you. Even if this is even all the work we've done, we're still up 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I mean, it's a big deal. So we're just gonna try and reduce that. All right, I'm gonna, and then whatever that anger is toward mom, keep that number in your mind. The number is obviously representing a feeling, the intensity of the feeling. Okay, it's related to an emotion, an urge, a resistance of pleasure. An emotion, an urge, a resistance of pleasure. It's a drive. Okay, the feeling of drive is this. It's I have to. I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to. I don't know why I have to, but I just have to do it. I have to do it. Get out of my way. I'm just going to do it. That's that drive feeling. I have to do it. All right. Put that feeling in your mind now. Point information, no point information. So close your eyes. I'm going to ask you to explore that drive feeling. I have to. I have to. I have to. Explore that drive feeling like you're exploring a cave. Like you're Dora the Explorer with a torch, flashlight. Explore that drive feeling. Shine that light everywhere in that cave. Shine that light on every crack, every corner, every crevice. Not so much for intellectual purposes, but feel it out. And some parts of the cave might feel heavier or darker to you. That's okay. You can turn that torch up, turn up the brightness. Put more light in those places. Take your time, but I'm going to ask you to explore the cave until you feel it's explored fully. When it's explored fully, just give me a bit of a nod so I know you're ready. Take your time. And then I'm going to ask you to open a door and usher that drive out. We don't need it anymore. That drive energy, open a door and usher it out. Whoosh. There it goes. When it's gone, close the door behind it and look for a feeling of gratitude that you can find that you have a choice. Find gratitude. Rejoice in the choice. Rejoice in choice. I feel that as a little happy dance. Enjoy that for a moment, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Look again for anger toward mom. And this time, I really want you to try and intensify it. This time, I want you to actively make it big. Like try to get it, drive the intensity up. And when you're doing that, I unmuted you guys. And when you're doing that, sit with that for a moment and see how high you can get it. And let me know, just say your number.
I can still get it to a 7.
7, yep, cool.
5.
5, Valerie's a 2.
2.
Okay, we're going to 4. Okay, we're going to go again. Okay, this time we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to take all the anger out of ourselves and put it in a bucket. And keep pulling that anger out of you and into the bucket. Put it in the bucket. And wherever that anger originated is not important. Whether it's originated, it's wound through our DNA. We're going to take it all out of our body, our mind bodies, and put it into the bucket. And just make a mental note of how full that bucket feels. 0, it's empty. 10, it's full. 11, it's overflowing. Doing that, where are you? How full is your bucket? Just say out loud.
11.
11. 11. There we go.
Higher than 11.
Higher than 11. Okay. Yeah, see, there's a lot there. Let's clear this. Whatever yours is, we're going to clear it. Okay, it's related to an emotion. So fear, anger, sadness, disgust, shame. Here's the shame. Shame is, and with shame, just be careful because shame can be a vicious cycle. We're not going to judge the shame. We're just going to feel shame. And that's just a cringe. Point of formation. Again, no point of formation. You're just going to come forward into a cringe, hand on your face. Cringe, shoulders up. Oh. And feel shame. What's wrong with me? Keep cringing. Get your body into this cringe. If you think it's diminished, if you think it's gone, bring it back. Cringe into a shame. When you can find no more shame, that's when you sit up. But take your time with this one. Keep that shame. If you're sitting up, keep the shame fresh in your mind. And then keep your eyes closed and open up into a sense of pride. Now, this is a true pride, not an arrogant pride. You're genuinely pleased with yourself. You're chuffed with yourself. Not for anything you've done or accomplished. It's just genuinely pleased. Allow yourself to feel pride for a moment. Fill your whole self up with pride, down to your tips of your toes, tips of your fingers, all the way up. Fill yourself up with pride. I want to fill every little kid up with pride. That'd be great. And then I'm going to ask you to, again, any anger that's left over in your mind body, put it into the bucket again. Wherever it started from, it doesn't matter. Just draw it in, put it in the bucket. Gather it all up into the bucket. I've unmuted you guys. So where are you now with your buckets?
Full.
Less full.
Okay. Any of you 11s, how did you go?
Full.
Okay, we're gonna do it again.
Down.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again. Whatever your fullness is of your bucket, your anger bucket, let's keep that in your mind. And that is related to an emotion, an urge, yours to fight, flee, freeze. So the urge to freeze it's the urge to hide. Okay, it's as opposed in response to the threat. You feel threatened, so you want to hide. It's the first thing an animal does when it senses danger. It'll freeze. All right. So it's that feeling. Point information again. No point information. We're going to come into a ball, and this time it's a tight ball. Make yourself small. Tight ball. And look for that urge to freeze. Hide. And if you're yawning, by the way, that's good. I think I look at that as a release. Hide. Make yourself small so you're not noticed, you're not seen. You just want to crawl under the covers, under the bed, and not be seen. Everything is going to be okay down here. Just want to be safe. Make yourself small. Maybe if I'm small, but you won't notice me. Only when you feel ready to come out of hiding, that's when you sit up or take your time. If you're sitting up, keep that freeze feeling go in your mind. Just to keep that freeze feeling rolling over in your mind. And then open up. Head back, shoulders back, chest out, palms up. And instead of making yourself smaller, start expanding. It's time to expand. Expand your consciousness to include the whole room, and then the whole building, and then out to the street, to the whole neighborhood. Keep expanding. To the whole town or city, to the whole region, the whole county, to the whole country, the whole continent. Keep expanding past that to the whole planet, past the moon. Keep expanding. It's time to expand. It's time to shine. Expand that past that to the whole solar system, to the whole galaxy, and then to the whole universe. Expand past every star in the universe, known and unknown. And enjoy that expansiveness out there before opening your eyes. We're going to add a bit of shininess as well. When you're out there, expand, but also be bright and shiny. Shine. You need to shine, just like the brightest star. Beyond that, it's your time to shine. Enjoy that for a moment before opening your eyes. And then just check in with your bucket again, just for an better interest. How are those buckets going? Put any anger left in the bucket? Not much.
3.
Bit low. Okay. 4. Since anger is such a big deal, I'm going to might come back to anger. Let's move on. So another theme that people have said and I've seen is that we separating from mom. That's a big deal for any kid. Yeah. So I want you to consider this. Consider that you and your mom are separate. Yeah, just feel that. I'm going to ask you to feel distinct. That's the word I'm looking for, distinct. Feel distinct from your mom. And think about little kids, when separating from mom, that's a big deal. So it tends to put them into, right? So think about being distinct and separate from mom. It's related to an emotion. I wouldn't have guessed, but an emotion. So there's fear, anger, sadness, disgust. I'm going to actually ramp it up and call it a panic. Yeah, let's test it. So I'm going to use the word panic. You feel that panic starting about being separated from mom, separate, distinct? Yeah, a little tickle. All right, point of information, specific, general as a baby, as a child, a little girl. All right, little girl, a little boy if you're watching later. All right, so you're going to come into a ball like you're a scared rabbit, and you're going to look for that panic feeling. If being in a ball doesn't work for you and you want to sit up and take a different posture, I want you to feel free to do that. So we're clearing a feeling of panic as a little girl. Panic. Be patient with this one. If you're sitting up and ready to pivot, keep the panic feeling going in your mind. And then I'm going to ask you to look for a feeling of trust. Trust in the big picture. Trust that everything is as it should be. Trust. Open up to trust. And then I'm going to ask you to consider again being distinct from mom, separate from mom. Like you're two different individuals. Awesome. Does that feel better to you guys? Yeah. So we're about at the halfway. It's a good time to take a little break. I'm just going to take like 5 minutes. If you don't have water, get water, please. Go to the loo, do what you need to do. I'm going to be here, and if you want to say it, just tell me anything, or say, could we, if something's come up and you want me to, let's put it on the list to work on. I'll be here for that. Okay. All right, so take a blue break and get water. Just even if you just get up and stretch and move, that's useful as well. Refill the water.
And I have a question. Can you hear me?
I think she's not there right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Mm.
are you guys doing? How are you feeling?
Yeah, good.
Feeling good? Trina, you too?
I had a question.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Who's that?
Oh, can I ask a question?
Yes, yes. Who's that? Who's asking?
Um, this is Samantha.
Hi, Samantha.
Hi. So will you tell us what we need to do after? Because you know, I can feel how a lot of the things are unconscious, but it's so super clear in my body. The pain and the tension that's come up during the clearings.
Yeah.
So, like, oh, what a relief. You
Yeah.
know, we don't have to think about
Yeah.
it. But that being said, how do you move forward after all of this clearing? Like, just even speaking of how to care for the clearing today or over the next week, and you know, what is that like?
Yeah. So immediately after the session today, we're not going to talk about don't talk about any of the clearings. Don't talk about any of the memories that came up for at least 6 hours. Okay, that's your most
6 hours.
6 hours.
Okay.
You're not going to journal. You're not going to write. You're not going to talk. You're not going to do any. You can just do something that's mindless, that you're not thinking about what we did. That is really important to extinguish these patterns that we're trying to extinguish to the clear. Other things you can do are ground yourself, whether it be taking a walk bare feet, getting into some water, like a bath or a shower, or do other grounding exercises. That's really important, because I think what we're releasing here is, I'm going to call it energy for lack of a better word. I don't know what else to call it, but because we're releasing energy, that energy's got to go somewhere, and the earth will gladly take it back. She's told me. She's like, I'm good with that. So you can ground yourself, and that will help dispel the disperse the excess energy. No talking, grounding, drinking water is really important. Feeling stress, the stresses that were coming up is thirsty work. Cells will get dehydrated, your cells. So use drink some water today. And those 3 things. And rewatch the video. Yeah, rewatch it. Yeah. Oh, you're in Mackay, Carrie. Okay. Did I answer your question, Samantha? Is that good?
Yes. So the 3 were don't talk about it for 6 hours. Do some sort of grounding in water.
Water, and yeah, and if you want to rewatch that to get there's still pain in these different things. Yeah. Rewatch it and then pause it during the clearing and then the pivoting. Yeah. It was Carrie that asked, I'm tired. You're really tired. It's 8. That's okay, Carrie. Yeah. Yeah. You'll be getting the recording by email, so you can just watch it then. Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure. So we do have Australia here, and Valerie, you have a question.
Yeah. And I didn't write this in, but the next part, when you're clearing our being mothers to children, I find it hard at times when I see one of my children doing something which is really not helpful to them or to their own family situation. There's something in me that needs to clear about that.
Yeah. How many of you are mums? How many of you are mums? About 2/3. Okay. So great. We're good. There's a couple more things I want to do in regards to mother, and the next one is actually, well, you can do either way. You can do it with about mom or with about kids, and it will cover both. And it's allowing. Oh, okay. And it's allowing people to be themselves. We want people to allow us to be ourselves always, so we have to allow other people to be them. So I want you to just consider this now. Consider allowing, you could use mom or you could use your child, your children. And I'm going to just talk a little more about this because I think one of the ways it's one of the highest ways we can show we love our children, especially our children, but this is people, is allowing them to be themselves, like trusting that trusting that you've raised them well enough that they can actually sort themselves out. Yeah? And this is not only for children, but it's for anyone in your life. Allowing people to make their own mistakes and trusting themselves enough to be able to work through it. Because if we're always interfering, what's that, you know? And we're disempowering them. And that's another thing I want to work on. This kind of goes along with this. All right. So in your mind, get your whether you're going to be allowing your mother to be her, allowing your mom to be your mom, allowing your mom to be herself, or allowing your child to be himself or herself. Okay. So I want you to consider allowing people to be people. And there's something to clear. It's related to an emotion, so fear. What if they don't do it right? What if they get hurt? What if they suffer? You know, we don't want our loved ones to suffer. All right, can you feel the fear in there? Point information. No point information again. Okay, come forward in a bowl. We're gonna look for that fear. Look for it all around our mind bodies. Exaggerate this fear, amplify it. Keep going with it. When there's no more fear, then sit up with your eyes closed. Take your time with this one. If you're sitting up, just look for a feeling of curious, which is, hmm. If you're not sitting up, you continue to clear that fear. Go right through curious to a feeling of love. And fill your whole self up with love. Enjoy love for a moment before opening your eyes. Some love. All right. And then just consider this. Consider allowing people to be themselves. Allowing mom to be mom. Allowing your child to be your child. Consider trusting your mom. Trusting your kids. I'm going to get there. Trusting kids is a big one. Okay. All right. Another thing I really want to do in regards to mom is being first of all, saying out loud, I'm a daughter. I'm going to say that out loud. I am a daughter. 1, 2, 3. Ready, go. I am a daughter. And there's something to clear there. It's related to an emotion, so fear. Yeah, and this is what I was going to bring up. I'm not a good daughter. Yeah, say that and feel that. I am a good daughter. Okay, point information. In the womb as a baby, as a child, as a teen. Okay, you're going to be your teenage self, your young woman. Okay, you're going to come forward in a ball and look for that fear in her. Take your time. If you're still clearing fear, continue to clear fear. If you're sitting up, you can start introducing love. Fill your whole self up with love. And enjoy love for a moment before opening your eyes. And then say out loud, I'm a good daughter. I'm a good daughter. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's good. And then let's start and even if you're, I'm putting you on, I unmuted you. And even if you're not a mother currently, I'm going to ask you to say, I'm a mother. And because, being we could all birth something. So I'm going to ask you to say, I am a mother. And you're going to say it out loud and feel it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm a mother. And there's something to clear. It's related to an emotion, so fear, anger. You feel that anger about being a mother? No wonder, right? All right, point information, no point information. Hands and fists, angry face, scowl. And allow this anger out. In fact, exaggerate it. Make it bigger than it might have been. Keep that anger going. If you're ready to pivot, look for joy. Put the anger, focus on joy now. And let your heart dance with joy as the teenager. Joy. Joy is always there. Focus on that. And I'm going to ask you to say out loud again, I am a mother. And on the count of 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. I am a mother. Okay. And so I'm going to ask you to consider this. Consider that any sort of cycle, repetitive behaviors, or family traits, or society traits that are no longer serving us as a human race, consider that they stop here. They stop now. Okay? Yes, and we're all responsible. It's related to something to clear. It's related to an emotion, an urge, the urge to fight, the urge to flee, running away, just want to go. More information, specific conception. So you're going to be a baby in the womb with this flea. Okay? Into a ball. Be that baby in the womb. It's a lot of responsibility. You just want to go away, go away. You're not ready, you're not ready. You want to get out, get out, get out, not safe. Can't do it, can't do it. Want to go, want to go. That urge to flee. Keep making it physical, bigger than it might have been. Exaggerated. And then if you're ready to pivot, take your time, but if you're ready to pivot, start looking for calm. And then start looking for a sense of calm in your heart space. It's always there. Sometimes you have to go looking for it, the calm. But once you find it, it's like, oh, there it is. And then sit in the calm. Sit in the calm. And then turn toward the threat, the danger in your mind's eye, turn toward it and face it. But now there's just calm. And feel it. Feel it come at you like a current or a river. There's just calm now. Feel it go over you, around you, through you. But there's just calm. And turn up the volume of the current so it's stronger and turbulent, and there's still just calm. Enjoy calm for a moment in amongst the turbulence in your life. Enjoy calm for a moment before opening your eyes. And consider this. Consider that whatever patterns we have, or society has, or our family, whatever generational, intergenerational, or whatever, they stop right here and now. If they're not serving us, they stop. Okay, great. And I want you to consider this. I want you to consider being to your children, whether or not you have them or not, it's irrelevant. Consider being to your children the mother you never had. That woman. You know her? Now wait, we gotta actually clear that first. Hold on. You know, we're never perfect. So consider this. Consider your mom did the best she could. There's something to clear there. Let's add on to that. Yeah, no, that's good. Let's do that one. She did the best she could. It's related to an emotion, an urge, a resistance, of pleasure. Okay, the feeling of pleasure in HeartSpeak is the feeling of, oh, that feels good. And pleasure is a big spectrum of feelings. It could be anything from an ecstasy or bliss down to like a relief or a comfort or just a phew. Okay, so the feeling of pleasure, we're going to put everything aside, just going to find a pleasure, which is, oh, that feels good. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. I just really like that. And there's often an element of yumminess and wanting more of it, more of it, more of it, more. So that's pleasure. It's like, oh, that's good. I just want a bit more. All right, point information, no point information. Come forward in a ball. And in your mind's eye, dive into a lovely pool of that pleasure. You can completely let go, completely indulge yourself in this pool of pleasure. It's a woozy, dizzy feeling you could lose yourself in. So lose yourself now. If it diminishes, should it diminish that pleasure, dive deeper, find more of it, because there's always more. It never runs out. You can have as much as you want this time. So keep enjoying. If there's any deliciousness, yumminess, wanting, longing left, you continue enjoying it. But if you're ready to pivot, then choose it. Choose that pleasure. And enjoy that pleasure from a choice perspective. Enjoy it from choice. And choose that pleasure again and enjoy it from choice for a moment before opening your eyes. All right, so consider this. Consider your mom. She did the best she could. All right, and then we're going to take it farther. Consider being the mother to your children, whether or not you have them is irrelevant. Consider being the mother to your children, the mother that you never had. And that's strong now too. I want you to consider loving and supporting your children. No, that's not it. Of course we do that. How about loving and supporting your daughters? Ah, there it is. Why is that? I don't know. But do you feel the stress on it? The loving and supporting your daughters. Oh, it's creepy. Ooh. You guys feel that? No? Anyway, let's clear it. It's related to an emotion. So fear. So fear, point information in the womb as a baby. You're going to clear that fear as a baby. That fear. Come forward in a ball. And look for that fear in your baby self. Loving and supporting your daughters. Fear that brought up. As a baby. Fear as a baby. You ready to pivot? And you know the pivot, which is love. I'm going to ask you to go there. If you're not clear, finish clearing fear, you carry on. This is a big one. And then fill your whole self up with love. Mhm. Fill your whole self up with love. So much love, the big love, not from anyone in particular. It's just love. And then I'm going to ask you to consider this again. Consider loving and supporting your daughters. let's try sons as well. Consider loving and supporting your son, which is strong. So that's wow, we're doing well. Okay. So there's another thing that happens as as we age and as our parents age and our mom ages and as our it's kind of like the cycle continues, but consider allowing your mother to age. Okay, so let's clear that. It's related to an emotion, so fear. Fear. You guys got that fear? More information as a baby, in the womb as a baby, as a child, as a little girl. Okay, come forward in a ball and clear that fear in your little girl self. For some reason, I want to say the penny dropped. And then when you're ready, take your time. Start looking for love. The big love, not from anyone in particular. And let's sprinkle around some compassion. Compassion is simply, I get it. I get it. I get it. Love and compassion. Right, and then when you're ready, start thinking, consider this, consider allowing your mother to age. And consider you are aging as well. And then your kids are also getting older. I want to do something around that. That doesn't feel quite right. I got a vision in my head when I said something's not quite right. I saw a woman giving over something to their children, and what it was power. I want you to consider giving over your children's power to them. It's almost like, here, it's your turn now. Oh, I got goosebumps. Does that feel good, you guys? All right, so consider giving over, giving back your children their power. It's related to an emotion, an urge, a resistance, a push or pull. Not quite, not wanting to give it up entirely, holding on. No! Remember, pull is all about no, so feel the no. Information, no point information, hold on tight. Come forward and hold on tight. Hold on tight. No, look for that. No, I don't want to give it up. I'm not gonna. You can even ask yourself, hey, are you ready to let go? And you'll likely get a no. That's okay. Please honor that no. Hold on tight, even tighter. Draw it in, contract. Until the no, when you ask, till the no softens to a, yeah, okay. When it softens to an okay, take your time. But when it softens to an okay, then sit up and take your time. If you know what the pivot is and you're ready to pivot, start pivoting, just opening your hands and letting it go. Let it go. Yeah, open your hands and let it go. Whatever it was you were holding on to so tightly, let it go and feel it go. Release it. And then enjoy the freedom that comes after. Having let it go, enjoy that freedom for a moment before opening your eyes. And I'm going to ask you to consider giving that power back to your children here. Here, it's your turn now. Use it. Take it. I'm going to also use a different word. I'm going to try the word responsibility came up a few times in your emails. Here, take the responsibility for yourself. You can do it. I want you to, out loud, but out loud like you're announcing it to them, like you're telling them, your kids, whether or not you have kids is irrelevant. I want you to say it out loud, but loudly. You got this. You can do it. Go ahead, say that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And I'm going to ask you to mentally time travel to the time in the future when your children are struggling. And there's something to clear now. It's related to an emotion, some fear. I got hands are tied feeling, point information. In the womb as a baby, as a child. So as a little girl, look for that fear like you couldn't do anything. Hands are tied. Embody that fear. And then look for love when you're ready. Open up to love. Big love. Enjoy love for a moment before opening your eyes. And again, we're just going to say out loud to your children. No. We're going to mentally time travel to the next time in the future when your children are struggling or suffering. So in HeartSpeak, I'll just say this, is that we're looking at reducing stress, the feelings of stress. So when we're stressed, we can't think clearly. We can't think clearly, we can't make great decisions. So your people will suffer, our children will suffer, we'll suffer, our parents will suffer, everyone will suffer, but it shouldn't cause us stress. We can minimize the stress. That's what we take. I'm just going to unmute you guys. I don't know if you've noticed in the last half hour or so, the to me on this side anyway, the clearings have seemed really deep. With you too? Last 20 minutes, half hour, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going through the list I made from your emails, and I'm coming up with nothing testing as far as needs to be addressed, but something else may have come up. Just kind of sit with the whole mother, daughter, child, children, generational, don't be shy about this, but what feels it needs to be just not quite right. It just needs a bit more attention or a bit of attention.
And
Me,
Yeah, Sarah?
for me, this is Samantha, it's surrendering.
What do you mean by that? Tell me what you mean. Tell us what you mean by that.
Are you talking
Yeah, Samantha. Yeah.
by surrendering?
Yeah.
Just with the surrendering to, I guess, I don't know, because I didn't really think about it, but that's the word that kept coming to me, was surrender, control.
Oh, okay.
Whether it
Cool.
was,
All right, control. Got it. Yeah. Cool. Sarah, you wanted to say something too?
yes, it's similar but different. It's the idea of codependency in the sense that I can't be okay unless my mom's okay.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And what else? Anyone else? Anything coming up for anyone else?
And for me, I'm okay without my mother.
Yeah, that's good. That's a big one. That's huge.
And for me, it's just about being a good mother.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Let's start with, interesting. Codependent and being without mom come up together. So, yeah, I can see that link. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to say it out loud. We're going to do the whole cycle of these little statements around with and without. Say out loud, I'm okay with mom. 1, 2, 3. I'm okay with mom. And that's testing strong. Now say, I'm okay without mom. 1, 2, 3. There's something to clear. But we're going to ask you to say it again. And especially if your mom is passed or, well, whatever. So just really feel this. Feel, I'm okay without mom. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's related to an emotion, so fear. emotion, fear. All right, point information, no point information. So come forward in a ball and look for that fear and ramp it up. Make it physical, make it real, make it perhaps bigger than it might have been, that fear. When you're ready, I'm going to pivot. I ask you to pivot to curious. And playful. So when you're ready, start introducing curious and playful. Curious is, And with playful, you often get a little bit of a giggle. Okay. And when you're ready again, I'm going to ask you to say out loud, I'm okay without mom. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's strong. And then I'm going to spin it a bit. Say mom's okay with me. 1, 2, 3. And let's see where we're going to go. There's something to clear that. Mom's okay with me. And by the way, we're not testing mom here. We're testing you, whether or not you have stress around how she feels about you. It's related to an emotion, an urge, yours to fight, flee, wanting to run away. Ah! Information specific, general as a baby. In the womb, not in the womb now. As a baby. Okay. So that flee feeling. So come forward in a ball and look for that urge to flee. You got to get away. You got to get away. Not safe. Not safe. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Want to go. Want to go. Not safe. That flee feeling. When you're ready to pivot, look for calm. Look for a sense of calm in your heart space. And then in your mind's eye, turn toward the threat, the danger, but now there's just calm. Imagine it coming towards you like a river or current, but there's just calm. Turn up the volume of the current so it's strong and turbulent, and there's just calm. Enjoy calm for a moment. Sit in the calm. In amongst the turbulence in your life, you can find calm. You can choose calm. And we're going to say, Mom's okay with me out loud on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Mom's okay with me. Awesome. And then Mom's okay without me. That's a big one too. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Mom's okay without me. Okay. Let's take it to our kids. Say, our kids, my kids, I'm okay with my kids. 1, 2, 3. I'm okay with my kids. Yep. And I'm okay without my kids. 1, 2, 3. I'm okay without them. And then the opposite, by the way, those are both testing well. And then my kids are okay with me. 1, 2, 3. And no surprise, but there's something to clear there. Let's do this. We're running out of time, but let's carry on. Let's keep going. It's related to an emotion, an urge, a resistance, a push, a pull, a holding on. Holding on. No. No point information. Just clear it. Just clear it. That pull feeling. Holding on. Not wanting to let go. Holding on for dear life. No, 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 no. And then when you're ready to let go, open up your hands and let it go. Whatever it was you're holding on to so tightly, so dearly, let it go. Feel it go. Feel it melt from every cell of your body, from every corner of your mind. You don't need it anymore. And when it's gone, then invite a sense of freedom in. And enjoy freedom for a moment before opening your eyes. And I'm going to get you to say out loud again, I'm okay. My kids are okay without me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, with. Sorry, with. For with is first. My kids are okay with me. 1, 2, 3. My kids are okay with me. And my kids are okay without me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. My kids are okay without me. Good. And Samantha, just how does that control feeling feel now? How does that control feeling, lack of control, the surrender?
That's more authentic.
Yeah, cool. And someone being a good mom, who asked me that? It was, yes, Marie Louise, yes. How's that feel?
A little bit better. There is still a fear of not being a good mother, but it's feeling better now.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yeah. So testing strong. So let's just do a general one to wrap it up. Oh, but before we do that, just check in with yourselves again about how much stress or distress or upset or however, whatever you want to call it, is around mother. A personal rating, meaning 10 is the most ever stress, 0, there's none. And if you recall from the very beginning, has that changed?
It's less, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Glad.
Better. Okay. Okay. And
Not feeling any.
sorry?
Not feeling any at the moment.
Oh, that's good. That's lovely. Yeah. So let's just do a general one. The way I like to finish is to say, I'm okay. And that means me asking your mind bodies, is there anything we need to tidy up before we finish? So you're going to say it. I'm going to leave the speaker. I'm not going to mute you guys. I'm going to ask you to say out loud, not to me, but it's as if you're announcing it to the world, I'm okay. But when you do, listen to how it sounds and feel how it feels. On the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm okay.
I'm
I'm
okay.
okay.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
And we do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm
I'm
okay.
Okay.
And there is something to clear. Let's clear it. It's related to an emotion. So fear, anger. Okay. Just whatever this anger is, we don't need to know why. Just feel the anger. Feel angry. And what I tell people often is once the anger is going, be angry at everything. Point information in the womb as a baby. You're going to be the baby again, angry. And then we cute you so you can do what you need to do to clear this anger. Clear anger, hands and fists, angry face. Ooh. And allow this baby to get as angry as he or she needs to be. When you're ready, if you're not ready, continue to clear anger. But when you're ready, look for joy. Open up to joy in your heart space. And let your heart dance with the joy for a moment. I'm going to ask you to say out loud again, I'm okay, on the count of 3, but listen to how it sounds and feel how it feels on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm okay.
I'm
okay.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
All right, cool. How does that feel, you guys? Now, I could seriously do. I've been working on mother issues on myself forever. And there's always more to clear, but it's a good start. That was a good start. I thought we got a lot ticked here. I mean, there's a whole page of notes I took from your emails, and I think we at least touched on a lot of these things. So,
Anne,
yes.
may I ask you, I haven't had the time to write you an email, a pre-exercise
Yes.
for this in preparation for this session, but would it be okay if I could send you, not today, because I don't want to write about it or reflect too much about it,
Yes, that's a good, yeah.
but maybe in a next 2-3 days send you how it's been for me and some issues or some things that it would be, that I think it could be like the next step
Yeah.
to heal. I don't know if that would help you. I don't know.
Yeah, no, please share. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Comments? Anyone else? Val, are you looking at me? How things going?
Well, I feel a great sense of completion, something laid to rest, and some, a current of healing in myself, for myself and for my universe. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Profound, but cool. Excellent. Thank you. And Jacinta, you've been quiet back there. How are you going?
I think I have been. Oh, by the way, when I registered, my name's Gina, but it come up with my daughter's name. So if you wonder where the Jacinta come in,
Oh, that's all right. Yeah. No.
if I wasn't on your, if Jacinta wasn't on your list, yeah, I found it all really interesting. There was a couple of exercises that were I had to work hard at.
Yeah. Rewatch it.
And I will. I definitely will. And one question I'd like to ask is, what I found interesting was, even though we're talking mothers and daughters and vice versa, a couple of things that come up, particularly, there was anger. There was another one too, but I went to like another relationship, not necessarily my own daughters or my mother.
Yeah.
Like it was others.
Yeah, we don't necessarily need to know where the anger or whatever feeling originates. We just, if we can use that memory to evoke the feeling, that's fine.
Yeah.
Especially anger. Once the anger is going, be angry.
Yeah, true.
Well yeah. You're from Australia. Where are you?
Me on the Sunshine Coast.
Oh, lovely. Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, Anne. That was really good. Yeah.
Oh, pleasure. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, thank you.
What about you mothers out there, mothers and daughters? We have Julie and Sarah's moms. Sarah's connected. Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, and I didn't realize that Mother's Day is different in different parts of the world, but we're close enough, I guess. Grandmothers anytime. So, any other? Katrina, you okay over there?
Yeah, feeling a lot of peace and relief.
Yeah, good.
So that was great. Yeah. Lots of tears released, which is great, as always, and everything else. So looking forward to going gently now for the day.
Yeah, please be gentle on yourselves. That's a good point. So drink heaps of water. If you're inside, get outside, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Just get outside, clear your head, breathe fresh air, ground, have a shower, have a bath, that kind of thing. And just
we have sunshine in Ireland, Dan, so we're okay.
Yeah.
Sun is shining here for a change, yeah.
No way, man. It's raining here in New York. All right, so I'll leave you with that. Thank you very much for showing up. And if you're going to watch later, I hope
thank you
as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it was lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne.
Thank
you very much.
Thanks,
you all. Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.